good morning. I am back in London. Last weekend I was in Italy, and it is very gloomy here today on this Friday. I'm actually kind of glad that it's a little bit gloomy, only because like I totally OD'd on the sun yesterday, even though the Italian sunlight is just unparalleled. I am off to go glamping this weekend, and I thought I would vlog today just because I wanted to answer some of your questions regarding the travel stuff. So if you don't remember, I asked you if you had any travel related questions on Instagram and Instagram stories and on Facebook. And I got so many amazing questions sent over to me. I actually categorized them in like 5 or 6 categories. So I was thinking I would just kind of answer them throughout various vlogs over the next like few weeks. Just because I tried to like film all the answers yesterday, and the video ended up being over an hour long, and with editing and stuff I thought it would end up being like again entirely too long. So I thought today I would answer all my questions regarding luggage and packing. Lots of amazing questions regarding brands and stuff, and it was really nice to have conversations with people in my DMs, as well as I had people email me and stuff as well about like brands that they've worked with or they've used or whatever. And all my questions will also help like not only travel bloggers or bloggers who are interested in getting into travel, but hopefully it will also answer the questions for people who are looking to travel more and investing more time and all of that sort of stuff. These questions are so good. I'm so excited. Okay, so first question is, are you a minimalist or a maximalist packer? So I would say I'm quite a minimalist. I am probably a maximalist compared to like the average person, but as a blogger, I think I'm quite good at staying minimal. I usually have every single outfit planned for every single day. So everything from like what I'm wearing to the underwear to the bra to what shoes, socks, if I need them, as well as like what purse and sunglasses, jewelry, everything. So I don't really need to take extra stuff. I do pack an extra outfit, but usually it's just like shorts and a t-shirt for me to lounge around with. I love like Nike shorts. If you're an American girl, then you know what I'm talking about. They're so good. The second question is, do you have a packing list that you always follow? And that's a yes. I'm about to show you. So this is the app Todoist. Don't mind anything here. And I actually create a packing list by categories. So I have toiletries, electronics, outfits, and miscellaneous, which is just like wallet, keys, passport, currency, all of that sort of stuff. I probably could put them in a category, but I don't really do it. I love this because like, you know, if I haven't packed it, it'll be like kind of bold, but then when I do pack it, it'll just cross it out. So then I can use this packing list over and over again. So yeah, I do have a packing list. I would recommend that you just create one as well. Todoist is a great app because you can create like major categories and then put like sub points underneath it. And if you see here, this is like the outfit. My outfits are very minimal this trip because I'm actually not doing too much while I'm out there in terms of like shooting. So you can kind of see that like I just plan everything out. So what is the most efficient way for you to pack toiletries? That's a really good question. So I don't know like the most efficient way in terms of like, you know, setting up like a Tetris sort of diagram. But I do have a few pointers when it comes to like packing your toiletries when you're flying. So the first one is to grab a few toiletry bags wherever you're traveling. I know like Heathrow and Gatwick just have a ton of plastic bags. So I always grab a few of them. So I have them handy. I usually pack my toiletry bag before I arrive to the airport. And when I'm going through security, I pull out like my laptop, my passport, my boarding pass, which is on my phone, as well as my toiletry bag. So it's just really easy and seamless security. I know some people are trying to be like not use plastic and stuff. I actually have a toiletry bag that ideally would go through security, but they're very pessimistic about that sort of stuff now. I don't think they really care if you have a reusable bag. They ultimately want you to put it in a regular plastic baggie like this. So I would say just don't risk it. I've gone through that the hard way. My second tip when it comes to packing your toiletries in your handbag is to use refillable silicone bottles. So I have refillable bottles that are oval. I would not recommend those because they actually end up taking extra room in a bag. Because they're oval, you'll have like all this dead space around when you put them in. So definitely get the bottles that are like straight, right? So that are like tubes, because they tend to not take up as much room. And then my final tip is to use multi-purpose products. I use the Nuxe Dry Oil. Not only does it work as a moisturizer for day and night, but it also works as like a hair treatment. The next question had to do with skincare. So I actually already wrote about my skincare routine and stuff when I'm traveling. Usually I just look at the weather, and depending on the weather, I plan my skincare accordingly. So if it's going to be super humid, I make sure that I put like blotting papers and put, like, what's it called? Face wash that's like normal to oily to normal skin. And then if it's super, super cold, then I make sure that I have very hydrating and moisturizing products. For this trip in particular, I thought I'd show you what I'm taking. So I always take my Oral-B toothbrush, which is like an electronic, toothbrush that I use at home and I just travel with. It has like a little USB port thing, and I carry that wire also with me so I can charge. The next thing that I always have on me is my Caudalie Beauty Elixir. This product, not only is it amazing when you're traveling and your skin just feels dull and dehydrated if you're flying, but it's amazing for all weather and skin types and everything. So it really freshens you up if you don't have the time. This is the Nuxe Dry Oil that I was talking about that I always pack no matter, and it's very multi-purpose. I use it in my hair, my skin, as lotion, as day and night moisturizer. It's amazing. I always end up having these like little small like perfume samples. So I always take one of these with me. So it's like perfect size and I don't have to worry about like, yeah. And then since I'm going glamping, I needed something with SPF. So I'm taking the Cell Shock White Swiss Lines SPF 35. It is so good. It doesn't like make your skin feel sticky or dry or anything like that, and it goes on really smooth. And I actually put this into my BB cream or CC cream, whatever you're using, or you can put it into your foundation. I barely wear any makeup anyways. I don't put on foundation, so this is really good. And then for just skincare, I'm going to be taking, again, just Swiss Line products because the white range and the Aqua Vital range, this serum is really good because it's a gel serum, so it doesn't feel too heavy because I imagine it's going to be quite hot. And yeah, otherwise, I'm just taking some shampoo and conditioner and the Clinique Take the Day Off like makeup remover. Okay, next question is, how do you keep your manicure so perfect? And well, how do you make the decision of which shades to go for? So I'm sure you already know, but I usually take over Zoya's Instagram stories whenever I'm traveling, just to give some exclusive tips that you don't see on, not only on my blog, but also on my social media accounts. That's Zoya Nail Polish, so make sure you follow them. They are a Big 10 free, so like chemical free nail polish brand, and it's amazing. I love their formulas. I love their shades. I love how high-end the product looks and feels. But when it comes to doing my manicure, I will choose shades depending on the colors that I'm wearing. I try and stay within one color palette. The second thing is that I actually use their Naked Manicure Glossy Seal, which is like their top coat. This top coat is like cocaine. It's so good. If I'm staying somewhere for more than 2 nights, then I always take this with me and I add it onto, I just put it on top of my nails, and it seals in the nail polish like again, as well as it prevents it from chipping, and it makes it look like your manicure is brand new. this product is amazing. I'm like shaking, like telling you guys, because it's like one of my favorite products when it comes to nails. And I would say that one of my favorite colors when it comes to Zoya nail polish is Monroe, Zoya Monroe. This color, it kind of matches my lips, is beautiful. It's like a creamy, velvety sort of pink, like a dark pink as well. Their formulas are just super milky, and they look really high end, and you look super polished, even if your cuticles are still like messed up or something. Well, my friend is totally making fun of me because I have a little, it's not a selfie stick, it's like a vlogger stand thing for my phone, for my vlog. So we are at Town Hall Hotel for lunch. One of my friends actually is living in London, or in New York City, for a year, and so we are just meeting him quickly for lunch before heading out for the weekend. So I've been dying to come here for ages, but supposedly Richard Lee Massey, who runs the social media of this place, told me that weekday lunch isn't the best time to come. The best time to actually visit is weekend lunch as well as dinner. So I would highly recommend it. I'm so excited that we're here regardless. It felt like the longest detour ever because we were in East London and then we had to go into South London, through London, into South London to get out of London, if that makes any sense. We're actually off to Hampshire now. I wanted to answer the next question, which was, do you always take your laptop with you or do you use your phone? So I usually do take my laptop because I'm often, if I'm traveling for blog related reasons, I am continuing on doing work, and so I need my laptop usually to answer emails and all that sort of stuff, as well as I'm quite good with using my phone though too, with doing research and looking up directions. If I'm just traveling on my own and not doing anything and I'm deciding to take just like a weekend off or something, I won't take my laptop, but I haven't really done one of those in a really long time. And then the next question is, do you travel with a backpack or a suitcase? So this is a funny question. I wasn't going to answer, and I was just going to answer the person directly, but I used to travel with my backpack and I used to be very low maintenance, and now I would say that I'm not. There are, even when I'm traveling just for like a weekend away or something, I end up taking my suitcase with me. I probably, because I don't have a bag that's big enough, like a backpack that's big enough to fit all that sort of stuff. I had a North Face before that I did use when I backpacked throughout South of Spain, as well as parts of the Middle East. So it's not something that's foreign to me. I just haven't done it since like 2009. This is our home away from home. Welcome to East Meon. I actually don't want to show you much of it just because I'm doing like a full-on blog post of like my glamping experience. It's so beautiful here and very peaceful, and it smells like cow poop, so you know it's an authentic experience. Good morning. So yesterday it ended up being such a beautiful sunset that I wanted to like go for a bike ride. I haven't ridden a bike in forever, so I was just a little bit rusty. And then we made dinner and and then just basically went to bed. I wanted to answer a few last questions. And the next question is, do you have a particular luggage or bag brand that you enjoy? I don't have a particular one just because my suitcases in the past have always been custom made by a family friend that lives in India. So when it comes to suitcases, now that family friend is retired, I do have to find a brand now that that really works for me. I've heard Samsonite is great, but one bag that I really like is my Nomo bag. You have seen it on Instagram and on Facebook before, where they actually actually create bags for digital nomads. So it has like charging pockets and all of that sort of stuff. It's really lightweight. The bag in general is just really high quality. And it's great for if you're doing a long haul flight, if you're traveling far, or if you're just staying within a city or something like that. It is a bag that carries like not only my laptop, but even my DSLR too. They have so many different ranges and collections, but the Beauchamp is actually the one that I have and I really like. The next question is two-wheeler or four-wheeler bag? So I actually have a two-wheeler bag. I'm not very, I don't really mind if it's a two-wheeler or four-wheeler. The only thing is that four-wheelers tend to like roll away. I've seen this happen on the tube on countless occasions. And the other thing is that the wheels tend to pop off of four-wheelers as well. So when it comes to two-wheeler bags, they just seem a little bit more durable and a little bit more practical. But obviously if you're taking public transport, sometimes a two-wheeler can kind of get in the way if there's like a lot of people. And then the last question is, what are 5 things that you always pack with you on any trip? So I always have an extra pair of underwear. I make sure that underwear, I know this is so TMI, but I make sure that underwear is the type of material that dries quickly so I can hand wash it if I absolutely need to. The second thing that I always have with me, and this is a new addition, is my Ubuntu water bottle. So my friend actually, Jen, gave me this for my birthday, and it keeps hot things hot for I think like 12 or 24 hours, and it keeps cold things cold. So I like to have cold water, and when we were in Italy, it was so hot that like if you get a regular plastic water bottle, then it just got really warm pretty quickly. So this kept the water really cool. And so yeah, I always have my Ubuntu water bottle. The third thing I always have, and you probably already know, is my Nuxe Dry Oil. It's something that I can use not only in my hair and on my face. I've already sung praise about it before. And then the fourth thing I always have is my Mophie cell phone charger. So I usually carry a cell phone, like a wire, a USB wire that goes into to charge my phone. And this one in particular, I think charges your phone 3 or 4 times. And your tablet about 2 times. So really, really handy. And then the final thing I always have with me, and this is also really important, is that when I travel with the book, I make sure it's a book that I've already started reading, because the worst thing is when you take a huge book with you and you start reading it and then realize you're not actually a big fan of it. So I am currently reading this at the moment, which is The Idle Traveler, and it's just like a reflective piece about just like traveling. It's something that inspires me when it comes to me writing about my experiences of different places. It helps me also kind of tickle other senses when it comes to just talking about the experiences and stuff of a city or a town or a village, anywhere. So yeah, those are all the questions regarding luggage and packing. If you have any additional questions regarding luggage and packing, just leave a comment below and I'm fully willing to answer it, or just send me a DM or an email. I will have like 4 other sections when it comes to doing travel Q&A. I don't know exactly when I'm going to do them, but hopefully really soon. Thank you so much. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.